Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Math Mantra. In today's video, let us discuss Term and Examination 2017 MPC 006 question paper on statistics in psychology. I have already done two of my previous videos in which I have discussed 2018 and 2019 question papers. If you haven't watched it, please watch it. So today, let us see what were the questions which came in for 2017 term and examination. If you are new to my channel, please do like, share and subscribe my channel for more videos. So let's start the discussion. As you can see, I have taken the question paper Master of Arts Psychology term and examination June 2017. So let's see section A. Here answer any two of the following questions in about 450 words each. So each question carries 10 marks here. The first question is define and differentiate between parametric and non-parametric statistics. So this question, I hope all my viewers will be remembering. This is the first question in our assignments. So it is easy to recollect and write this answer. So it's a 4 plus 6 split up for the question. Second question, explain step by step the calculation of point biserial correlation and phi coefficient and indicate their uses. So point biserial correlation, I'm planning to do a detailed video on this. Similarly, phi correlation, I have already done a video on tetrachoric correlation, which was also there in one of the previous year's question papers. Next, question number 3 is explain linear and non-linear relationship. Find out the degree of relationship between the two data given below using Spearman's rule. So Spearman's rank correlation coefficient, I have done a video how to find out the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient for a data. So here we have two data given. So based on the given information, we can find out the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. If you haven't watched my Spearman's video, please watch it and understand how to handle this question. Question number 4. A research was carried out to find the effectiveness of 3 techniques of stress management. The data collected from 3 different groups on stress scale are given below. Find out using ANOVA if the obtained differences are significant. So in this, we have to find out the F ratio based on the 3 groups you are given, technique 1, technique 2 and technique 3 to analyze the stress management. So here critical value at 5% level of significance as well as 1% level of significance, both are given. So after finding the F ratio, you have to verify which is greater and accordingly we can accept the null hypothesis or we can reject. So it is up to the value that we are getting. So again, ANOVA is one of the most important questions. ANOVA is there in almost all term and examinations. So if you haven't started preparing for ANOVA, so please do start how to do the ANOVA problems. Now passing on to section B. Answer any 4 of the following questions in about 250 words each. So here each question carries 6 marks. The fifth question is describe the 4 levels of measurement and indicate the data for which they are used. So levels of measurement, it's same as scales of measurement. I have already done a video, a detailed video on what are the scales of measurement and in what all places they are being used. Next is question number 6. Compute Mann-Whitney U-test for the following data. Again, Mann-Whitney U-test is yet another important question which is always there in all question papers. So data 1, data 2 is given. Apply the methods what is to be used to find out the Mann-Whitney U-test and find out this. Here again critical value is not given, so we can just find out the requirements based on the Mann-Whitney U-test. Goodness of it is not possible here since the we are not given the critical value from the given data. Question number 7. For question, how often do you exercise? The replies given by males and females were categorized as frequently, occasionally, rarely and never. Is there any association between gender and frequency? So as you can see here from the table, you have males, females frequently, occasionally, rarely, never. So it is given in the data. You have to find out, is there any association between gender and frequency? So this you can do by using any of the non-parametric statistics. So you can find out the goodness of it based on the given data. Again, level of significance, you can already, it is already given in the problem at 1% level, again at 5% level, significance value, critical value is provided here. So after finding the based on non-parametric statistics, you can check for the goodness of it based on the state data. Question number 8. Compute Kendall-Stowe for the following data. Again, Kendall-Stowe is one of the most important questions, as we have already seen in previous year question paper, the same Kendall-Stowe problem. So prepare accordingly. Question number 9. Describe the properties of normal probability curve. So normal probability curve or normal probability distribution. Again, it's an assignment question. Hope all viewers are remembering this question also. Now let's see section C. Write short notes on any two of the following in about 100 words each. So here we have 3 questions given. Any 2 questions you have to answer. Question number 10. Errors in hypothesis testing. This question was there in assignments. Hope you all remember. Question number 11. Correlation and causality. Correlation, I have done a detailed video. Please watch it if you haven't watched it. Question number 12. Interactional effect. So among these 3 questions, any 2 questions you can choose which carries 3 marks. So these were the questions which were asked in 2017 question paper. So based on today's discussion and the last 2 discussions which I have done, that is 2017, 2018 and 2019 question papers, let us see which are the important questions which no one can skip for preparing for the end term examination. One is Kendall-Stowe, then Spearman's rank correlation, probability distribution curve, errors in hypothesis testing, ANOVA, parametric and non-parametric statistic, then chi-square, then Mann-Whitney U-test. So these set of questions, nobody can skip any of these questions if you are preparing for the term end examination. If you prepare well on these set of questions which I have just mentioned, getting good scores in statistics is not at all a difficult task for any of the learners who are preparing for the term end examination. So start your preparation right now based on these set of questions which are very much important for the term end examination. So that's all for today's video. I hope today's video was helpful for you to understand the important questions which you have to concentrate for preparing for the end term examination. If you feel my videos are helping you in preparing for the term end examination, please do like, share and subscribe the channel. For more videos from my side, will be coming soon with another topic, most probably phi correlation and causality or causation in statistics. So see you soon with the next video. Until then, take care. Thank you.